Hello. Welcome to the Dodcast.
Dotcast.
We came up with the name about a minute ago.
Yeah,
because we should probably have a name before we actually do a podcast.
Yeah.
But
we thought mother and daughter chat,
Yes.
but then dad was sort of involved as well.
with his words of wisdom.
And we just started Dotcast. If it's not registered yet, we'll go with Dotcast.
Yeah, so we need to check really, but
Yeah, but
it'll be fun. Anyway, why are we doing a podcast? What the hell?
well, we came up with it, didn't we, to say, why don't we do one? Everybody else in the world is doing one. Well, why not? So I guess maybe to talk about our relationship, what we get up to.
I think I've seen one successful mother-daughter pod, and they're like somewhere in Australia. What are they called? They're called like basically besties or something. And it's like this young-ish mum with like her daughter, and they do like a really fun podcast. But apart from that, I haven't seen any like mother-daughter ones. So I think there's a bit of a gap in the podcast market.
A niche.
A niche.
A
This is
niche.
our niche.
Well, I thought it's quite nice talking to you anyway, but
Yeah.
now our paths are sort of parting a little bit.
Yeah.
You are 18, you're finishing school soon, and then you are traveling, exploring the world by yourself.
Yeah.
I am not a mother of little people anymore that need to
No.
play Lego, so it's
No.
going to be exciting watching your journey, and I just
It'll be
keep
nice to
swimming.
look back on these chats, because we always have them, but we never film them.
Yeah, that's kind of a nice memory, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like sort of to see when I'm 100 years old, and you look
100.
back.
That's quite the ambition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
why not? I think our bodies are so capable of more.
No, I can't be bothered to live to 100.
What
I'm
if
done.
you would have the finances, the means, the body, the mind to be 100? Why not?
I just can't be bothered.
Well, there's so much to see
I'm
in
8
the
months.
world.
I mean, I've turned 18, and I've had enough. I've been 18 for less than a month, and I've already had enough.
Well, just finish school. School is tough.
Yeah.
And it's
I
an
know.
institution which nobody wants to be in, to be honest.
No.
And it's not, I don't know. Looking back, I never liked school. I hated school.
I don't mind it. It's okay. It's just like physically and mentally draining. And I'm taking a year out to go to Switzerland, which for 6 months
Oh, it's gonna be so fab.
to take a break from school and stuff.
Take
so.
a break. Take a break.
Anyways, yeah. So we were gonna do a podcast while cooking. I remember that being one of the ideas,
Yeah,
but
because
that would be too much. I reckon.
What were we talking about? We were just chatting about a topic, weren't we? And then you said that would be idea to record.
Yeah, because we usually, when we have these chats, we're usually in the kitchen, and you'll be cooking, and I'll just be kind of like sat there talking and offloading all of my issues. And I think that, I probably say this because you're my mum, but I feel like you're quite a good person, an advice giver, but also just a really nice listener. So whenever I have my issues, I know who to come to. So yeah, I thought it would be a nice idea to record some of this stuff, because I'm sure that me being 18, there are so many other people out there that are having the same issues that I am. And if they find this podcast, maybe they can get some tips and stuff from you.
Maybe know that they're not on their own.
Yeah.
That other
Yeah.
young adults go through the same sort of stuff. And maybe some middle-aged women, my friend would say now, you're not middle-aged. There's nothing
What are
wrong
you
with
then?
that. I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
No.
So I'm 48. I'm turning 49.
Yeah, tell me a bit about yourself.
Why?
'Cause
Well,
podcast.
I'm on the podcast. Oh, that's right. Yeah, you know me as Mama,
I do.
Danny.
Danny Dodd.
48 years old. Moved from Germany in 2000. became a British citizen in 2018.
Wow, that must have been difficult.
Yes, it was not very nice.
No.
Well, I'm glad
yeah.
I'm glad I can have a dual citizenship.
Do you know what I remember though? So for the exams for your English citizenship, like half of the stuff me nor Dad nor Thomas could answer.
Oh,
Like
no.
it was actually crazy. It was like stuff I was doing in bloody GCSE history.
Or devolved governments
Yeah.
and how the voting systems in Scotland
Like-
and Wales and
I just find that so crazy because people who've lived in England and born there and they're like for their whole lives or whatever, they don't have to know that stuff, and yet, you know, if you want to live there, then apparently it's important to know, you know, who won the Battle of Hastings.
Yeah, and the Romans, when the Romans invaded or
Yeah.
something, or really random
Weird.
historical questions.
Mm.
No, I'm glad I have dual citizenship. It makes a lot of things easier. I'm still sometimes feel heartbroken that I had to go through all that because it was not a nice journey.
No.
But here we are. I got 2 passports.
Me too, girl. Although I went to Berlin in October 2023, and I still used my English passport when waiting in the queues because I didn't want to leave all my friends because they were all
That's
waiting
really
with
nice.
me.
So
Yeah.
I wouldn't just if we would travel as a family. And with Dad having an English passport, I mean, I wouldn't queue in the EU one, and I would leave him in the third country aisle. I would wait with him.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's stupid, all of it, but
Oh well.
the people decided, didn't they?
Real.
Yeah,
That's
no.
so real.
So what else is there to tell? I am married to your father.
What?
22 years this year.
2022 years.
22 years this year.
Right. That's fun.
Yeah,
Marriage, hey.
it's fun.
I don't know. I've just come out of a long-term relationship, so
Oh no. It wasn't a very nice ending.
no, it wasn't. But you know, when did you meet Dad?
In October 1999.
Bloody hell.
In the pub.
In a pub.
In the pub.
Oh, wasn't it like a spoons?
It was a Weatherspoons, and I was going out with some of the other English language students, and then we were having a pint, as you do as a language student, and then these 3 young men walked up to us and tried to chat us up, and we thought, here we go.
Again?
Being chatted up by another person.
Oh.
And then we just chatted, and then we left, and then
What, you and Dad left?
No, me and the other girls.
I
Oh my
don't
god, we
I
don't
don't
shut
know.
it up by
I
some
don't
weird
know.
English guys. No, we went back to the I don't know if that still exists. The language center. They had like a hotel where you could have like evenings, and and they had like a karaoke evening. So we went to that one afterwards. And then a week later, we were going to a different pub, and there he was again.
Uh-oh.
And then he sort of said, "Oh, if you want to go for a date," and I
Joe
said,
Goldberg.
"Sure."
In your German accent. Did you have a strong German accent back then?
I don't think I had a strong German accent. I hadn't, of course, yeah.
Yeah, but like, do you think you've become a bit more English now?
Well, when I go back to Germany, people always say I've got an English accent when I speak German.
That's interesting.
Weird.
To be fair, I don't think you sound like German. I mean, we have some other like German friends who I think from the accent you can tell. You know, you get a lot of people asking whether you're South African. Though.
Yes, or Swedish. What was it? Swedish, Dutch, or South African? Wrong country.
Yeah.
Wrong continent as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, and then we went out. He asked me if you want to go to the cinema.
The cinema.
Yeah, to watch American Pie.
Oh, that's interesting.
And then I couldn't remember, but for me, Tuesday and Thursday seemed to sound quite similar. So I couldn't remember if he said Tuesday or Thursday. So I turned, I knew the time, 7 p.m. at the place.
Do you not message him or call him?
We didn't have mobile phones in 1999. What do you think?
Oh, that's crazy.
Back then, when you told somebody you meet,
Oh,
either you turned up at that time and then you gave them 10 minutes.
what are you supposed to do if they don't turn up?
Then you go back home.
That's so bad. What if they're running late or like their bus broke down or something?
Well, then you either go ahead.
Yeah, but then you're gonna think that they're like doing it on purpose.
Well, you have the home phone numbers, and you had to go to the telephone box and phone them.
Oh.
Yeah, there was no messaging, no mobile phones.
That's so crazy.
You just turned up.
I'm really late to everything, so that would be really bad. Oh,
well,
God.
I think back then people were not late because you knew if you were not on time, the bus would go.
True.
And your ride went, or you just were, because there was no way of messaging.
No. Wow.
And then we had the little phones, Nokia
Nokia brick.
ones. Yeah.
I remember in year 6, that would have been like 2016, 2017. I had a Nokia brick. Because I wanted a night, because all my friends had iPhones, I remember, or like iPods. And then I remember coming home from netball practice and like playing Snake on my Nokia brick, and then having to like send text messages where you had to like press
three times
to get C. Yeah, and I was like, oh, and then I got my iPod. That was great. Yeah, what time? No, but yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was changed a lot.
Anyway, you went to the cinema.
And then we went for another date, went to another pub, and then we spent quite a lot of time together.
Nice.
And that was it.
Nice.
And then I went back to Germany to my life.
When did you move in?
Move in how?
With Dad?
Well,
because didn't you like move? Did you move over here and then move
yeah,
in?
because when you're in the EU, they've got these projects like Erasmus or called the Karl Duisberg Gesellschaft, where you can go abroad and do like you can do a language course and then a work placement at a company. So and I applied for funding to do a international trade and marketing course at Brighton Tech. So I did that for 3 months. Then I went back home to Germany to go to work again. And then I had another offer to do a month in Bournemouth to do English business. And then through Dad, I was able to do a work placement at a local authority.
Nice.
Where I worked in the recycling department.
So that means you were long distance for a while then. How long were you together before that long distance?
So 99 I met him, then we going backwards and forwards in 2000, and then I moved over to England in October 2000. And then I was living with your grandparents for 18 months until we moved into our first home.
Do you think that if you and Dad were the same age now, you know, with like the changing norms of stop looking at your phone?
Sorry,
You're worse than me, honestly. You're always like, get off your phone. You do the same. If you were like in my position, do you think the long distance would have worked then? Do you think that it would have been made easier because you could talk online, or do you think? Oh my God!
Yeah, long distance now is.
Or do you think that because I feel like less people are doing long distance now. I mean, it might just be my age, but the amount of people who have told me like, no, I wouldn't do long distance.
But it's so much easier now. You've got your phone, you've got all these platforms, you've got video calling, Messenger. You are on the phone and see each other every day if you wanted to. So back then, Dad, we were writing letters. We were on the telephone talking to each other. Internet and emails were in its infant stages. So you had to go to an internet cafe to go online, to go on the internet, because hardly anybody had like Wi-Fi wasn't a thing back then. All the internet cables, nobody had that at home. Or if you did, it took forever to load, to dial in, because it was attached, linked to your telephone line. So you could either go on your telephone or on the internet. So you couldn't do it both. So yeah, back then you didn't see each other unless you sent photographs.
Yeah. How old are you? How were you? Not are you?
24.
Okay, mind you. Because I was with, or obviously you know, I'm not going to say the name or anything, but you know that I was with this boy for 2.5 years. And like, I think one of the main reasons why we ended in the end was because I was moving away for 6 months. But I think I could have done it. Because bearing in mind we were together for so long. And like 6 months isn't actually that long. Plus, with like technology and stuff nowadays, I reckon it could have worked. But then again, there's a 6-year age gap between.
Well, I think that, and the other thing is, it's always more difficult, the one that stays behind. The one that stays behind and is in a normal environment, they have it all the time. The person that's away, for example, when I'm going to Germany to see Oman Opa and other people, I'm doing my own thing all day, every day. I forget about
that's true.
Here. Yeah. Whilst if you're here and you always get reminded on the other person, that can be harder.
Yeah. No, that's true, I guess. Yeah.
So, but I mean, to say straight away, I'm not doing a long distance relationship. It's a bit. Yeah. It's a bit silly, really. I mean, if you are.
It's fine. It's just.
If you are. If you maybe halfway through and you think, oh, I don't like this.
I think I was just mad that he didn't really
give it a go.
But then at the same time, it is what it is. I'm still young.
Exactly. Yeah. Young and pretty.
Oh, thanks. I look really ill. I am really ill.
Oh, you're not too bad.
No, I've been better. But anyway, it's fine. But yeah. So then you got your first house.
Yes, I loved it. Tiny, beautiful. And then we stripped all the floors, decorated it all.
Cute.
And then you came along.
Oh my god. Crazy.
Little baby Maddie.
Crazy ride, huh?
And now you are.
I know.
Oops. 18.
Yeah. I'm going away.
18. All your life ahead of you.
Yeah. We didn't used to have a good relationship, did we? Well, no, we were always fine, but like we used to argue.
Oh gosh.
Quite a lot.
But when I look back at that now, I think that, like, knowing more about female, the hormones and all that, I think that my hormones were back then all over the place. And I had this inner fire, and you just seemed to be able to push the button, and then it went and I just exploded.
I know, and I look back and I was like, what was all of it for? Like, it was over really silly things.
Well, I remember one time when was that? That was, we had your room decorated in that grey and white. And your bed, yeah, that's right, you had the high-rise bed. We gave that to Thomas, and you had to sleep on the mattress because we had to order the bed or something. And you didn't like it.
Oh no.
And then you just snapped at me saying, well, why don't you get a better paid job then if you can't get me or buy me a bed?
No,
oh yes,
you
did. And I was so upset. So I put my coat and I walked out and I went for a walk.
I can't believe I said that.
Yeah, you had some really mean things.
No.
Yeah, I was so upset when you said that.
Oh dear.
Just get a better job.
I don't know what overcame me, to be honest. I don't really know why I said half of the stuff I did.
I don't know.
I think I was just
being a child, isn't it?
Probably.
Feeling cocky.
But I think I was also like quite mature for my age, so I think some of the things that I was able to comprehend kind of manifested into my language and stuff, and then like whereas a normal child would say something, surface level mean, I was like able to make jabs because I sort of understood.
And you knew how to.
Yeah. You knew how to do mine as well.
You still do. Your dad always says, just leave it now. Leave it now.
But there's part of me that like quite likes arguing.
Yes, I know you do.
Like obviously that's not really.
The trouble is you're better at arguing.
I'm better at articulating my words.
That's it. I feel quite. Sometimes I do, because in the end my English is not my first language, and sometimes I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I get feel that. Like, what do I say to that?
Like, what the hell did she just? Yeah. No, I get that. But anyway, I think we're better now. I think we have quite a close.
Think so.
Quite a close relationship, because I talk to a lot of my friends and like my girly friends especially, and they're all like, oh, I wish I had the relationship like with my mum that you do with yours, and I'm like, yeah, and it makes me, I'm like very grateful for you. I'm very grateful for Dad as well, but we have our chats.
Yeah, I think we're more equal. I think sort of
yeah. I've won. We're now same level.
I mean, we're never terrible. We had our little ups and downs.
Yeah. No, it's okay. We've overcome it.
Yeah. Now I have to let you go.
No, don't say that.
Well, I do. I think I've made a good effort in racing you.
Effort.
What's the word?
See how it is?
Not an effort. I did a good job.
Yeah, I think you've done a good job.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And let's see where the adventure takes us.
Crazy me. Oh God.
A quick start on going to meet the future au pair parents and the future au pair children in April.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a little bit nervous about. I don't know. Because obviously they're family, but not really family that we talk to very often.
No, they're sort of blood relatives, aren't they? But that's about it.
Yeah, and I can speak German, but we're going to Switzerland, so I'm like a bit nervous about the dialect.
Yeah, but they are German, so they are not. They moved to Switzerland. I don't know. 7 years ago, no, 10 years ago, so I'm not sure how much Schweizerdeutsch they can do.
Schweizerdeutsch.
And then we'll meet them, and then I guess you have to finalise when you start.
Yeah, September.
And when you go over, and what your job's gonna be.
Oh God.
And if you attending any language courses and what you can do.
Yeah.
And then we'll have to have these little podcast chats.
Oh, on Teams.
Across.
We're gonna have to do it on Teams.
The oceans.
We're gonna have to do it on Teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy. I think we should do like an annual sit down together one though.
An annual sit together.
Yeah. Where we like in person doing it together.
Yeah.
Until you reach 100.
Yeah.
Wait, when you're 100, I'll be 70. Oof.
Rocking the world.
Ugh.
You won't let me. I won't leave you in peace.
No. Together forever.
Together.
No, but it's gonna be good. It'll be an experience. And I'm glad, because I don't think you pushed me to do it, but I think, the last few years you've definitely been like, I think you should go and travel, like, I think you should go abroad and get away from, especially where we live, like, not just England, but we live in quite a
remote
close,
area.
tight-knit sort of community where not really much goes on. So it would be nice for me to go out and actually get some experience.
Well, we live in a unique place, a beautiful place, but I always think it's sort of 20 years behind everywhere else.
Yeah,
it's not in a bad way. Everything is a bit slower, and it's its own little unique ways. But in hindsight now, I wish I'd done traveling, proper traveling, when I was younger. But I was quite a home bird. I was quite close in my community. I was playing handball. I was in a fastnets group, or like carnival group. I was in a choir. I did loads of stuff, and I never felt the need to go away.
No.
But then something happened, and I thought, let's go.
Yeah.
And it's better, I think, when you're younger, your level of
adaptability
is higher.
Yeah. No, I can see that. Obviously you live in England now, you moved over from Germany. Is there any part of you that kind of, not regrets it, but maybe wishes that you moved to Germany instead of staying here?
The only thing I would change if I could, when that dad would have come over to live in Germany for 1 or 2 years to learn the language and maybe see where I'm from, and then make the decision to either move here or maybe move to Germany. But I'm happy here. I love living here. I mean, and
sea swimming.
I love my sea swimming.
Yeah. How often do you go?
At the moment, not so often, because it's pretty cold still, and you can't really hang around afterwards. So I try to go twice a week at least.
That's still good though.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's more than a lot of people would do.
Oh, it's so fun.
I took my friends. So New Year's Eve, I had a party here, and I took like my friends out the next morning to go sea swimming. Oh my gosh. That was...
Did they like it?
Oh yeah, they all enjoyed it, because there's this thing about sea swimming where you're always kind of apprehensive about going in, but then once you come out, you're like, that was the best thing I've ever done in my entire life. And everyone was like that, but there was this one guy called Finn, and he was shaking so much because he was so cold, bless. But yeah, no, it was really fun.
Some people I sometimes get really cold, and other times I don't. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
But it's like this dopamine, really. It's like the happy hormone you get. It's this adrenaline rush you get in your head, and you feel all happy.
No, it's really fun. No, it's good. It's good. It's just all the people who are like, oh my, you're crazy for doing that. Because you did a 52-week challenge where you went in the sea, was it twice a week?
Twice a week.
Twice a week without a wetsuit for 52 weeks, so the whole year. Which is just, honestly, that's quite incredible. Like, you achieved it. And being able to achieve that's just, something a lot of people should look up to.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
We did some crazy things, because I did it with another couple of women, and sometimes I thought, when I look back, I think we shouldn't have gone
like
back.
Like what?
We shouldn't have gone in that day.
Why?
Because there was one time when it was high tide, and the swell was really high, and the waves were hitting the walls, and we were walking down the steps to try and get in, because the tide was just there was a bit of beach left, so but on the way out, I can't really explain it, but it was really choppy, and to get back out it was really dangerous, to not being smacked against the wall. So that we shouldn't have done that. And there were some other times where I thought,
but was it not fun while you were doing it?
Well, there was a bit of a thrill to it, wasn't there? The naughtiness of, we shouldn't really do this, but we still did. No, it was good.
Yeah.
But I do like it when it's calm, and I love exploring the coastline and the caves and seeing what's underneath.
Why didn't you do it earlier? You've been here for what, over 20 years?
Because I never thought about it that way. Because when I moved over here, swimming in the sea was a bit like, And then having children, you were busy with the children, going in with you guys at times.
Yeah.
But then I didn't, and then it was constantly doing stuff with you. So my own interest took a...
Oh no. Well, you know, at least now you can...
Well, exactly, that's what I'm doing now. I'm 48, I'm going to do loads of new things. More swimming, and I've signed up for the Agatha Christie swim again.
Yeah.
I want to do the Dart 5k swim, which is like a river swim, and then the Bantham swoosh, I think it's called, and the Burr Island swim, which is another mile swim. So I'm going to do all that.
Nice.
And then I'm signed up to do an online course about gut health.
Interesting.
And also the finance course, like investing, like I've talked to you about, because we need to all learn about
financing out.
Yeah, to learn about all the investing and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. We're gonna float away somewhere.
Yeah. Finish filming our podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. That'd be good. We probably need to invest in some proper equipment one day.
One day when we are famous.
When we're rich.
Yes.
And famous.
When it's all, well, we might have to look into getting a new laptop, as both laptops are sort of dying.
Whoops.
But no, it was a pleasure talking to you, my lovely.
Are we finished, are we?
I don't know. How long is the podcast to be?
I don't know.
How long have we been going?
31 minutes.
Shall we do another couple of random bits and bobs?
I think we should. I think this is a decent
amount.
Yeah, we never finished the story of you and Dad though.
But were we
moved in together in the small house.
Yeah, in the small house, and then we
had me.
And then for my 30th birthday, we went on a cruise.
Oh God, no! I don't want to know about this.
But I was pregnant. Just beforehand, I knew I was pregnant, so I couldn't enjoy the cruise because I was always tired. I didn't want to do anything. It was all right. I don't think I would want to go on another cruise though.
No.
And then you came along, kept me busy, and then after deciding not to have an only child, Thomas appeared.
Real. He just spawned.
It just popped up.
Yeah.
And then it was being a mother and a parent. No idea what I was doing.
I think you did a pretty good job.
And back then you couldn't just Google on the internet, why is she doing this?
Didn't you read books though?
Well, yeah, but you know now you just go Google, hey Google, blah blah blah, tell me this. Back then you had to maybe go through the book and actually find the A to Z and saying, and
imagine.
It was different times. But I must say sometimes I wish we didn't have all the social media.
Why?
Because you're very exposed and anything you do can get recorded now, and there's good and bad. I love that on Facebook you've got your memories over the years, and when doing your birthday table, your first 3 years or so are non-existent on social media because we didn't have it. So all your photos and videos are on the hard drive, and I don't know where that hard drive has gone to. Dad's probably got it somewhere. So from that aspect, it's really nice seeing all the memories now. Other sides, there's a lot of nastiness going on. And
wasn't that always prevalent though?
But not like now. Some of it, it's snowballing, isn't it?
I guess it adds like another layer to it, doesn't it?
It does.
Because you have obviously your public sphere, so with education and your social life, and then you have your private sphere, where you're at home in the comfort, of your own four walls. And then I guess that social media enables people to kind of in-breach that. Yeah. And then be able to...
It gets blurred.
Yeah.
It's all very blurred. And now we're doing a podcast which is putting it to the world. but then I mean I've accepted the idea that I don't want to be a private person anymore. I want to show.
You're a yapper at heart. So
I
am
love.
So am I. I love yapping.
I'm a bit like Orpa, aren't I?
Oh yeah.
Orpa always likes to chat.
I can yap for years. Yap my stuff.
And I think, my foot's gone to sleep.
Yeah, mine too. Hang on.
And then we had Thomas, and then we had a cat.
Oh,
We got
Sky.
Bob, didn't we?
No, Sky.
Oh, yeah, but she was before you, really.
Oh, right.
Yeah, but then we adopted Bob, our little black cat, our comfy cat.
Yeah, I love Bob.
And then it was just, the years just flew by.
And here we are.
Yeah.
Huh. Crazy.
Next chapter for you to see the world and spread your wings. Me finding things to do without
Me.
you.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, I've got loads of things planned.
Thanks.
I got loads of things. I'm gonna do a lot of swimming. I'm gonna do more vegan cooking.
Oh,
like
God.
I did earlier.
Oh, God. Alright, I don't mind plant-based foods, right?
Okay.
Like, it's okay, and some of the stuff you make is really nice, but I just, like, after Berlin and having eaten, like, doner 3 days, I cannot eat anything, like, remotely similar to it, because it just makes me feel ill. Like, there was a point where, so I'm at an all-boys school, so this Berlin trip, I was the only girl there, and it was just, I feel like boys are fine, they don't really care, but I just couldn't do it. And it was coming on to like the third night in a row out of like 7 or so, and I was like, I just can't do it anymore. So they ended up getting doner for dinner again, and I was just sat there like, I'd rather not eat, like, because we had lunch and stuff, so I was fine, but I would rather not eat than eat another one, and I'm actually scarred. And we talked about it in a German lesson the other day about doner, because we were like, I don't know, we were just revising for stuff, and I was like, can you actually turn, because she had pictures on the board, I was like, please turn them off, like I cannot stomach it, it's so bad. And I don't know, and also, like, I'm not pro meat, you know what I mean, like, I wish I could eat more plant-based, to be fair. I wish I could be vegan, but it just tastes different, like, and I know that's such, like, a traditional old man thing to say. Yeah, it is, but it just does, and I'm fine with not eating it like every single day. I'm okay with that, but like if we're having like 7 vegan meals that taste vegan in a row, I can't.
Fine. I mean, yes, I'm learning to cook all these soya based chunks and stuff, so maybe there must be a way to getting rid of the flavour as well.
It's not even the flavour, I just, because you made basically a donut today.
But it's supposed to be soft tacos.
It weren't soft tacos.
But I don't know what it was. Okay, fine. You've got this aversion of donuts and
yeah, I just can't, like. Well, you had that like shredded meat that wasn't meat.
No.
You had like all of the donut toppings, so like the lettuce, the onions, and then you had like the bread on the. I just couldn't do it.
That was just a tortilla.
I just couldn't do it.
Okay, so no more round things for you that looks like a wrap.
No.
Okay, fine. No.
It's okay. But what did I like? I like the dal you make.
That's
the
nice.
lentil. I love the lentil stuff you make.
What about the mushroom stuff?
Oh, the mushroom stuff is so nice.
The duck.
I love
the hoisin duck one.
Yeah, that was nice.
That was nice.
I love like those chicken things.
Oh,
you made
the
as
KFC
well.
ones.
Yeah,
they were nice.
Those were really nice as well. It's just like the tofu that I can't stomach.
Tofu and soya chunks.
Yeah, makes me feel a bit ill.
Tofu, I haven't tried. I haven't cooked tofu.
Yeah.
I made soft silken tofu.
I like in
the cheese sauce.
Yeah. No,
cashew
I like that.
Sauce.
That's fine.
Yeah, that had tofu in it.
Yeah, I like that. That's fine. It's just.
Well, let's see if my little mushroom farm in the dining room. Well, I've got a little mushroom kit, haven't I? I'm growing mushrooms, oyster mushrooms.
Okay.
So I need to have a look if they are sprout. Do you say they're sprouting? Do mushrooms sprout?
I guess.
Or do they?
I don't know, they're a fungi, aren't they?
What do they do?
Don't know.
So yeah, so in theory we should have a cluster of mushrooms.
I love mushrooms. I don't think I'm a picky eater. Unless it comes to fish, then I'm really bad. But
fish is not everybody's cup of tea.
no.
And it's not that bad either. So I'm getting tired now.
No, so am I.
Shall we wrap it up?
Yes.
So we'll wrap up our
Wrapping
first
up
podcast of the year 2024.
Wow, this wasn't really a structured thing. I think we just needed a first episode to kind of get into the swing of things.
Do it.
And I think, we explained a bit about ourselves, as well. Touched on some things, and then we'll figure out what to do in the future.
Yeah, maybe we could have little topics.
I think we should have topics. I want to do one on like relationships.
Okay.
I want to do one on maybe like education or maybe like emancipation, like moving away.
Yeah. What about one about finance? I like to talk about
okay, let's do one on finance. I'm gonna be like clueless.
Yeah, me too. But we can.
Yeah, but like this is
together.
weaponized incompetence. Like girls not being able to do finance.
Yeah, but do we get taught how to do
it? No, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So exactly, we need to make a start of it.
I think we do one on maybe self-love or like self-care, and maybe one on swimming. Maybe one on friendships as well. Friendships is a good one.
Father-daughter relationships.
We're gonna star Ollie Dodd.
Yeah, why not? Okay. Maybe you could have one with your sibling. Yeah. Well, that would be just a.
He's got more to that. Yeah, I don't know. It'll probably be out Fortnite. Fortnite.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, I think I quite enjoy that tonight. It's a bit more focused and not just chatting between running or cooking or doing the bed.
We kind of just but I think it it flowed, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for listening to whoever out there is listening. We currently have a total of 0
followers,
but we haven't set up an account yet. So as of filming this right now, we haven't got an account.
We haven't got a proper name registered.
We haven't got a proper name registered yet. Although, who the hell would have chosen Dodcast?
There's always some oddball.
We need to set that up. We need to maybe sort the setup a bit more. But I think it was a good first one.
Yeah, maybe have some plants or something behind us.
Yeah, we actually have a really nice living room. We've just chosen one of like the dullest
places.
Spots. But oh well, it was nice. It was good. Anyway, thanks for listening.
Bye.
Come back and join us for more.
Good night. Gute Nacht.
Gute Nacht von uns.
Mwah.